Hey everybody, welcome back. Geeks vs. Geeks. We're back at PAX 2026, and one of our first stops this weekend is at a bit of a nostalgia. We're here with Backyard Baseball. We're here to talk with Lindsay. Lindsay, tell me a little bit about who you are, where we are, what's going on with Backyard Baseball, because that's what, almost 30 years ago, isn't it, that started?
Oh, yeah. So I'm Lindsay Barnett. I'm the CEO of Playground Productions, which is the home of the Backyard Sports franchise. And we are here this week to demo a little piece of the new game, the new Backyard Baseball game, which is going to come out on July 9th. And this is a new mode called Backyard Derby. And it's our version of a home run derby. And of course, we have to make it backyard style. So there's crazy pitches, there's a leaderboard, there's all sorts of backyard comedy that's in there.
All right, so that's something new that you're bringing to the game, but it doesn't mean that that's the only thing. This is just part of
just a
little bit of the game. Yeah. So what is coming back from the original?
Yeah, so all the characters that you loved from 30 years ago are coming back, including, of course, the greatest athlete of all time, Pablo Sanchez, and you know, all the stadiums, all the modes that people loved in the 90s. But now that we're 30 years later, technology has come a long, long way. So we'll be out on all the new consoles and on Mac and PC, and it's multiplayer, all sorts of new kinds of things that weren't available in the original.
And when you say multiplayer, is that online or is that sitting on the sofa together?
Well, you know, I can't answer one part of that, but I can tell you right now people are playing it in co-op here. So it's been really cool, especially now that a lot of the original fans of the game have families. It's really a game that brings people together, and, you know, we love that. It's nice to have a communal experience where people can enjoy with their friends and family.
Yeah, we're trying the game. We heard it a little bit. It was really great. Fun to play again. It's nice to have controller support as well. Perfect. And we're talking a little bit with one of the developers, and he was also saying that a lot of this is really still got to build on the original, which is very interesting. But it just looks brand new. It's really well done. So tell me a little bit about that process of what you guys were thinking, how to proceed, where the challenges were that, and sort of, you know, what did you knew that you really wanted to have in the game when it would be released? What that you couldn't miss?
There's two things that I think are really important. One is the design language. We really based the design language off of the 97 game. So the same models for the characters, the same proportions, and we're very faithful to the 3D representations of 2D characters, which took a very long time. I think we went to almost 30 iterations of Pablo just to get his proportions perfect and make sure that it was a truly faithful representation. And then same thing with the stadiums and all of that. And then the other big challenge is we have two very core demographics. We have the original fans who are, you know, often millennial gamers who are very good at games now. Right. They're not little kids anymore. And then we also still want to make it accessible for all the kids who have never played a sports game. And we did a really good job balancing out so that we had levels to this game, and people could play it and find it at, you know, their ability level.
So it's really a lot more than just, hey, we took that 97 game, just made new graphics and slapped it on and moving on. You really reimagined it.
Oh, yeah.
And to have that idea of like, hey, it needs to also be now for grown-ups.
Yes.
It's really interesting. Or you know, the whole family can really enjoy it.
And we also just really wanted it to be competitive. So, you know, the 97 game didn't even have multiplayer. So people could say, I'm the best at this game, but they couldn't challenge each other. Now they can challenge each other, and there's a global leaderboard. So you can actually have a ranking amazing. I'd like to plug that I am currently, I think, #1 on the global leaderboard, but it's only been up for a small limited
screenshot
source.
while you still can.
Yeah. I'm just as competitive and love this as much as anybody. So it's really fun to be able to compete.
Have you done internal playtesting also with younger crowds already, younger children, and all the way up to adults?
It actually is like one of the things that brings me so much joy about bringing this brand back, because people talk about the nostalgia of this, and it's not like a fly by the night kind of nostalgia play. This is truly a brand that we're here to stay forever. And what I think that people really like about this brand is it represents a lot more than just, it's a quick dopamine rush of something. I think it represents a time in childhood where it celebrates the spirit of being a kid and the joy of play. And I love when new kids come to this game and can experience the joy of play again, because kids sports now are so professionalized. It's very different. And I think that's what millennials and millennial parents and teachers want to share with kids is just go outside and have fun.
Don't forget the fun. Yeah, it's in the name, right? Backyard. It's not a league sort of thing. And
even the video games sports video games that are made today are so difficult, where they're not accessible for a kid to pick up and play. And that was very important that, because I remember as an original fan of this, when I picked up, in particular, backyard football, 1999, obviously I'm not a very tall person, but I learned football from that game. I learned how to read plays, I learned the positions, and then I went outside and I asked my parents for a football, and I went outside and played. And we're actually seeing that here, backyard baseball coming back. We did a merchandise drop with Louisville, Slugger, and Wilson.
Okay, great.
And it was the one of the best-selling days they ever had for Little League equipment. And that made me really happy, because I knew that meant kids are going outside and playing.
Fantastic. You mentioned accessibility, so that's important. Any other sort of accessibility features you really wanted to have included, not just maybe for age, but also people that never played a game, people with maybe disabilities?
So what are
you guys working on?
We have a really good tutorial system in there, and then we had a lot of different accessibility has been core to the game from the very, very beginning. Not just in the way that you can play it, because there's lots of different modes and optionality for how the controllers work and how to play it in a way that kind of meets a user where they're at. But also, we have been the most diverse sports game, most diverse game on the market for the last 30 years, which is unbelievable that there's no other game that's ever come out in that amount of time that has been like this. 15 girls, 15 boys, equal playing ability. Our best player doesn't speak English. Our best pitcher is in a wheelchair. Our best hitter, power hitter, is an incredible girl. It's such a wonderful representation, and I love how people are responding to it.
You seem very excited about it. It's making me very excited. So if people, they can wishlist it now.
Yeah.
We mentioned that already. So it's on Steam. And then is there anything on consoles they can already look up if they're, let's say, in Switch or things like that?
So if you go to backyardbaseball.com, you can wishlist it on Steam for both PC and Mac. And then we'll be on all major consoles. So we'll have pre-order, and that'll come out a little bit later. But
that's perfect.
Switch, Xbox, PlayStation. It's crazy to think that all of these devices didn't even exist when the original brand came out.
Awesome. And there were some things I was asking, I was told you can't ask yet. So how can people keep up to with some surprises that are coming? Is that when it releases? Are you dropping some news between now and then?
So one of the things that's been really fun is on our socials, we have a lot of Easter eggs that we've been hiding. And some people are starting to pick up on the different clues. But I think the original fans and fans of the games are loving to find the clues.
Great. So follow the socials as well, and then you can learn a lot more.
They picked up on one of them that I'll shout out. But we had a 2D baseball card that pops up when you look at the characters on the bench, and they realized that it said out of 33, and there's only 30 main characters, so people are now speculating, are there some unlockables, are there some new characters, what's going on here? So
good, great. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you talking to us. It looks like PAX, it's busy. I hear people exclaiming like, "Oh my God, it's Backyard Baseball!" They seem to be very excited, and it's very popular. So
Thank you.
Yeah, by the time this comes out, PAX is done. But people should really check it out. So
Thank you so
appreciate it.
much.
If not,
I
go to the
appreciate you
website.
playing.
So thank you for taking the time talking to me. I really
Thank you
appreciate
so
that.
much.
You have a great rest of your PAX.
Thank
Guys,
you.
we'll see you again soon. Until then, check out Backyard Baseball. See ya. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.